Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And it's time for you to pick a card. So we've got pile number one. There's three cards in each pile. So pile number one, you've got red jasper. Pile number two, you've got green aventurine. And pile number three, you've got gold tiger's eye. So if you choose now, and then we'll start with the red jasper. Okay then, so for those of you who chose the red jasper, this is linked to the root chakra. You can cleanse it with sage, sound, or selenite, and it's used for protection, for grounding, and it's said to help those who are easily influenced by the opinions of other people, so people who are gullible, basically. It's also said to aid liver and stomach problems. Okay, so that's red jasper. So let's have a look at your cards, those of you who chose pile number one. So first of all, we got the hangman. So the hangman is a card showing that maybe now it's time to make a compromise. Maybe everything that you want, you might have to give something up, give a little bit up there. Maybe not get everything that you want, but it's still a pretty good outcome. It's not a complete failure or a complete loss. You've also got the Five of Wands there. Now, the Five of Wands could be a bit of bad news. It could also be a little bit gossip. So be very careful that you're not gossiping about other people because you may get caught out, especially with the hangman being right next to it. Okay, so just watch out for that. And also, if there's anybody around you who may be gossiping about you, because that could also be something that you hear other people saying. And that's a card saying don't lose your temper, let it go over your head or over your feet, as in this case, but just let it go over your head. Don't lose your temper about it. Act the bigger person, because there you've got the King of Wands upside down. Now, when he's in a reverse position, it's somebody that's well, one's his energy, so you've got them reversed. So he's basically, how can I put this? He is energetic, but in the wrong way. So if you think of the planet Mars, which will rule the King of Wands, you can see all the red there, and that's anger and irritation, frustration. So, like I said with this card, let things go over your head. If you hear other people saying anything about you, stay grounded. It's really good the way these stones come out with the correct pile of cards as well. Stay grounded. Don't let it get to you. Be the bigger person. Don't allow frustrations to get the better of you. Don't get angry. You need to just literally let it go over your head and just bite your tongue in this case. So for those of you who chose deck number one, just be a little bit careful, as I say, if you hear anybody trying to rile you, because sometimes in fact that's what I'm getting there, that it's somebody that could be trying to do it deliberately and trying to get you to lose your temper deliberately. So don't allow them to do it, but also don't allow yourself to get into that position where you're saying something about somebody else either. Again, let it go over your head and stay out of any type of gossip. If you hear somebody else, friends, colleagues, family members, if you hear them gossiping about other people, stay well clear of it. Don't get involved, because it won't do you any good. If you do, it'll come back to bite you on the butt. Okay, so stay well clear of that. I would say as well, yeah, expect it's a little bit of bad news, but it's nothing that you can't deal with. Again, if you do get bad news, just take things one step at a time and just deal with it one step at a time. But as I say, it's not a major type, it's just irritations and frustrations, things that you wanted to come to pass. Maybe you're getting a little bit of it, not everything that you wanted. You're going to have to let some things go, but don't get too worried there. Okay, number one, so short and sweet this time. Okay, I'll catch you next time. Stay grounded. Get yourself some red jasper, or even if you just think about red jasper, it can help you ground as well. And also, walking barefoot on the earth is really good grounding as well. Okay, catch you next time. Bye. Okay, card number two. Here we have the green aventurine. I don't know if you can just about see that on there. Okay, so this is linked to the heart chakra, as you probably know. It is a stone that creates calmness and balance. It's said to hold nature's energy, so it provides a nice soothing atmosphere. So it's a good stone to have with you if you get stressed out with anything. And again, you can cleanse it with sage, sound, or the stone selenite. Okay, so that's green aventurine. Let's have a look at your cards. So, first one we've got here is the Page of Cups. And you can see she's in a reverse position. So the Cups is your emotions. Now, when this is in a reverse position, like this one, you may be feeling a little bit at the moment that things are getting a little bit on top of you, things are getting you down a little bit. But try not to allow it to affect you too much. The Four of Swords, again in a reverse position. This is saying that your mind is constantly on the go. It's your mind is very active at the moment, and with the Page of Cups being upside down as well, I'd say this is anxieties, worries that you could be having. But if you think about it, when we worry about something, it's often something that has not happened yet and may never happen. We worry about things because we don't know the outcome. We worried about something that could happen, not that it has happened or will happen. It's only a possibility. But if you think about it, there's many other possibilities as well. And there we've got the Emperor upside down. So the Emperor is someone in authority and someone in a position of not so much power. It could be somebody in position of power, but it could also be someone that is just a wise person, somebody that you look up to. Could be a family member, maybe somebody who's older. It could be a boss, a work colleague, maybe that you go to for advice. So again, because it's upside down, it's saying that you may allow these worries and these anxieties to get you down a little bit too much. And when we become afraid of something that we don't understand, because you don't understand it because it hasn't happened, and you know, because as I say, most of the time our worries and our anxieties are things that haven't actually happened, they're things that could happen. And because we fear something that could happen that possibly hasn't happened yet, probably hasn't happened yet, then we're building up these fears in our own minds, and then it clouds our actual vision, it clouds our actual reality. And that's when we make mistakes, such as doing something without realizing what we're doing, making a mistake while you're driving, for instance, or when you're chopping up the food and you miss and chop your finger off, and hopefully you won't do that. But you get what I mean, though. So these fears can be groundless. Now, again, the stone that's come out with this deck, and I don't look at the cards. I literally just mix them up, shuffle them, put them out, and I ask for a pile for the stone. And this is how it's come out. So again, the green aventurine with this particular pile is a very apt stone to have, and as I say, it because it holds nature's energy. Again, it can be a bit more grounding for you, but also it brings calmness and balance. So it's a good stone to have if you get stressed out. When you put it there, it's the same colour almost. There you go, of those waves on there. So it can provide a nice soothing atmosphere, calm surroundings, and that's what you need. Just see all the different possibilities. There's not just one possibility. Oh, it's going to happen bad, it's going to be negative. No, there's not just one possibility, there's many others as well, and you need to look at all of them, not just worry yourself silly about something that could possibly happen but hasn't yet. All right, so start thinking clearly and stop worrying so much. There's an occult rule that says there's only one thing to fear, and that is fear itself. And it's so true, because when you get worried about something, you're being fearful. And as I said before, that's what makes you make mistakes and not see things clearly. Okay, so there you go, people who picked pile number 2, the green aventurine. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Okay, so take care. Bye. Okay, so pile number 3, those of you who picked the gold turquoise. Turquoise, no, gold tiger's eye, sorry. I know I've got turquoise on the brain. You can see that's lovely, isn't it? So that's the gold tiger's eye. Okay, so the gold tiger's eye is linked to the solar plexus chakra, and again you can cleanse it with sage, stone, and the stone selenite. Gold tiger's eye you can also put underwater. Now this is known to be a masculine stone. It's a protective stone as well, and it's been used to bring about social change, but mainly it's used to give someone courage and bravery and strength. That's like inner strength, not so much physical strength, although some people will say that it inspires physical strength. And because it gives you inner strength, it can also promote your well-being or help build your well-being. Okay, so that is the gold tiger's eye. Okay. Now let's have a look at, let's just move that there so you can see it. Look at your cards. So first of all, we have, that's the 2 of Wands. That's a reversed card. Now, when I see this card upside down, I often feel that it's decisions to make. But being a reverse card, it's almost like you're not sure which way to go. It's been pulled in 2 different directions and not seeing things clearly. Now, if you see the cat on the card, let's just turn it upright for a minute. You see the cat there. Cats are linked to divinity. You think of all the old gods and how many of them are linked to cats of one sort or another. That's sort of telling you maybe you should ask powers that be, the angels, the gods, spirit guides, ask them for help in making your decisions, or for signs. Just ask them for guidance to see signs. And here we go again, we've got the stone, tiger, tiger's eye, the cat. Alright, so you got there, Queen of Cups, again, a reverse card. Alright, so this is her emotions. Right, so this is decision that you need to make. Possibly it's based on something that you have a lot of feeling over, and not necessarily a person, because obviously we get strong feelings about situations, about places, as well as people, jobs even, we have strong emotions over. And there you've got the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands often indicates a move. The Ace is on new beginnings anyway, but it's often a move. You see the butterfly in the card as well, flitting from one place to another, as they say. So it could even be moving home, or it could be travel, even if you're going traveling abroad, maybe. And maybe there's things happening, or maybe decisions that you need to make about this journey, about this move, about this new beginning that you're about to undertake, and that you're not sure about it. The gold tiger's eye can give you inner strength. And when your emotions are upside down, like the Queen of Cups there, that's something that you do need, is the inner strength. You need that, not not a backbone as such, because that sounds to me the wrong thing with these cards, but the gold tiger's eye does give you strength and bravery, courage. But I feel that the ones is saying you need just more determination and drive and motivation to make your decision and to actually go for it. Maybe that's what you need, and maybe because it's these two cards are upside down, that you're lacking that drive and motivation, and you need to maybe look into things a bit further, maybe do a bit more research, so that you can make that decision and not feel guilty about it, not feel worried about it or anything like that. But try and get yourself some gold tiger's eye, or think about the stone, because as I say, you don't actually need the stone itself physically. You can actually maybe meditate and keep the picture of the gold tiger's eye in your mind, or if you can get a picture of gold tiger's eye and you can keep that in your pocket, or just look at it every now and then during the day, you can actually pick up the energy of the stone in that way as well. And it does work. People have done a lot of different research and experiments with that, and they have found that it works. So try that as well if you haven't got the stone. Okay, number 3, and as I say, get that little bit of drive and motivation going. Things are probably not as bad as you think they might be, with all your struggles, your emotional struggles down here, and not having the motivation to get up and do stuff. Maybe it's time now that you put it into action. Okay, and the butterfly. I mean, if you think about the butterfly, it comes out the chrysalis, doesn't it? The caterpillar changes. And caterpillars, sometimes they're nice looking, sometimes they're a bit like grubs, but when they change into the butterfly, they're absolutely beautiful, and they're flying. So think about that. Okay, maybe that's just the inspiration that you need to make this move, this new beginning that is so clearly indicated there. That go for it. Okay, number 3. So I hope that's helped, and get yourself some gold tiger's eye, or a picture of gold tiger's eye, to look at through the day. Okay, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, guys. Bye bye.